Carpenters are, most often, the first on the job and the last to leave. It is essential that carpenters know and understand elements of all other trades because our work is connected to everything on a project. A carpenter's work is dirt to doorknobs, meaning we are there from the beginning to the end, performing the site layout with specialty survey instruments, driving the piling for site preparation, forming the concrete for footings, framing the walls, installing the exterior and interior finishes, placing the flooring, hanging the doors, and installing the trim and finish elements. General carpenters are those that have dedicated themselves to learning about all aspects of the trade so that they can function in any crew or job site. They move from job to job and work with employers to prepare projects for specialty crafts to perform their work. Our carpenters spend years learning how to manipulate and mold concrete into the beauty you see around you. Concrete gives us the hard, sharp edges that define our cities and the curving arches that resemble the landscape around them. Our carpenters build the forms that will hold the material until it cures enough to hold shape on its own. Concrete work is a fundamental aspect of construction, providing the backbone for buildings, bridges, and other infrastructure projects. It involves the careful pouring, mixing, and curing of concrete to create a durable and resilient material. We can calculate the intense pressure, down to the pound, that the formwork must withstand so that amazing results are unveiled. Carpenters learn to install and manipulate all the various materials that initially frame everything you see when you walk through schools, malls, office buildings, hotels, churches, and businesses lining the streets in our towns. It takes a special skill to be able to read the blueprints and have a sense of what everything is going to look like when it's done. Not only do they frame up a structure's skeleton to carry all the finished layers, but they also install everything from the sheetrock, the specialty finishes, paneling that goes on the walls, custom ceilings, and variety of flooring that provides the look that our customers see. It takes a ton of skill to do this work well and efficiently. Special tools and lots of practice in our apprenticeship and training programs prepare these carpenters to do their work. Our flooring installers go through a series of certification and qualification courses to be able to work in their chosen field. Our apprenticeship programs are designed to teach everything needed from layout to the installation of a variety of floor coverings. Carpenters install a wide variety of flooring materials including carpet, resilient, wood laminates, sport surfaces, and polished concrete. As science improves and new technologies are developed, healthcare systems continuously update their facilities. That's where the carpenters come in. Our medical systems lean heavily on carpenters getting the job done right because there are no do-overs in the healthcare field. You have to do it right, and you have to do it safely. Carpenters that work in these environments require special training that qualifies them to seek out and find possible infection points. ICRA mitigates the risks associated with construction activities to reduce the spread of viruses, bacteria, mold, and other workplace contaminants. Infection control risk assessment training allows us to work safely while also making a difference in the lives of those being cared for by the frontline workers providing that care. Mill cabinet is the term we use to describe those that work in milling shops where we create the materials and installation that you see in buildings and structures throughout the country. The beautiful paneling and cabinetry you see in homes and office buildings are created in mill shops. Here we take raw materials such as wood, resin, and veneers to create the products that we use every day like cabinets, windows, wall paneling, and furniture. These craft workers devote their careers to accuracy, quality, and beauty. When finished pieces for an office or home are created, there is absolutely no room for mistakes. Every seam, every furniture joint must be exact and perfect. From old-fashioned hand tools like chisels and saws to machinery that is programmed by a carpenter, our apprenticeship and training programs prepare our mill cabinet professionals to take on any project, large or small. Millwrights install, maintain, diagnose, and repair machinery that is necessary to power and fuel communities. Millwrights are essential in all forms of power generation, from renewables like wind and solar power, geothermal energy, hydropower, and nuclear to fossil fuels. A millwright is needed to keep the power on. Union millwrights are also required to keep a diverse range of industries functioning, being essential in factories from aerospace to pharmaceutical. They ensure that the complex machinery that keeps factories functioning runs smoothly and safely. The millwright has a specialty tool set of leveling and measuring instruments. Millwrights sometimes work within measurements of 1/1000th of an inch and require the best tools and training to maintain this precision. A highly trained welder is an essential part of any job site. They are experts at joining two pieces of metal together and ensuring that the joint can handle the incredible pressures to keep the end user safe. Our welders are educated on every aspect of the process, from how to address the differences of materials, the thicknesses of material, and how to gauge the amount of heat used to melt various types of metals. Welding is a highly technical skill that our trained workforce has mastered. Pile drivers are some of the toughest folks found on the job sites. They are the ones that prepare the environment for upcoming construction and create the unseen foundations for the buildings we live in, the office towers we work in, the highways we drive on, and the waterfronts that provide access to our nation's waterways. These skilled craft workers use torches and welding machines, huge crane-mounted hammers, and complicated math to ensure that their work is a dependable foundation for our nation's greatest structures. Whether these skilled workers are working on a floating work platform or down in a pit that is 40 feet below street level in the city, their work is crucial to development and building.
Open diving is a world apart from your typical scuba experience. And as our trainee plunges into our sprawling 25-acre lake, he's like tethered to the surface not just by a line, but by a lifeline of communication and air supply hoses. This isn't just about breathing underwater, it's about staying connected. Here at the Eastern Atlantic States Carpenters Technical Center, we train our divers to navigate this intricate setup, making them ready for real-world underwater construction. Ever thought about welding underwater? It's not easy, but it's one of the coolest jobs out there. At the Eastern Atlantic States Carpenters Technical Center, we'll teach you how to do it right. You'll learn to use special tools and gear and face challenges like currents and visibility. But when you fuse metal below the waves, the feeling of accomplishment is unbeatable. It's tough, it's unique, and it's a skill that's in demand. Train with us and dive into a career that's as rewarding as it is challenging.
The trade show industry is more than just storefront displays. From whole parks with exhibits to shows where vehicles hang from the ceiling, working in the trade show industry takes a lot of knowledge, skill, and extraordinary customer service skills. This is one of the few types of construction where craft workers are face-to-face with the customer. That means they must be good with the tools they use and able to handle extreme and pressure-filled time constraints, all while maintaining solid communication and customer service skills to provide the perfect outcome for our customers.